On today's episode, hosted live from Lithology.
From the sponsor of the Nostalgia Test podcast, Lithology Brewing Company. We're here in person.
Word.
This guy's not in L.A. He's in New York.
And we are here to put to the Nostalgia Test now, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. The juice is loose.
Welcome to the Nostalgia Test podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
Okay, now, first, before we get going, I want to say this episode is sponsored, he doesn't know this yet, by Rocktopus Jones Art. Right here, I got a special drawing from him, that's right, from one of our favorite episodes with Steve, and that's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. His art is now being displayed during spooky season at Lithology Brewing Company, and he actually is a big fan of our podcast.
Oh.
So,
well, I'm a big fan of his art.
It's really awesome.
Episode 16 with Steve, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, looking to possibly re-release that, so be looking out for that one. Or maybe doing a rewatch. Who knows, Manny? I
think we should do a rewatch.
Yeah, that one, I was listening to that episode recently, and I was like, you know what, this movie might not be too bad.
I think it needs a rewatch, especially after what we just watched. I know this is not that episode, but we just watched The Monster Squad.
Yes.
For just a two minute slot in the Buzz in the Tower. We got asked. Yeah. Buzz in the Tower said, one of our buddies, they're killing it over there. They do only 80s, but I've seen them jumping into 90s now.
They did a bunch of 90s this year, but they jumped back and forth to the 80s. And I think for Halloween, they did Monster Squad. And, check them out. They're awesome.
But I'm going to do a quick thing. It stays nostalgic.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe we should do an episode. Should we do an episode on it?
Vote now. Comment now.
Monster Squad.
Yeah.
And we'll do it even on Christmas. We'll do it because by the time you watch this and comment,
and who cares?
There
are no good.
There's no real time anymore.
No,
time means nothing.
Maybe we'll do it for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving doesn't exist.
Yeah, especially after November. It's gonna be crazy November.
Yeah.
I don't have to mention why, but it's gonna be nuts. So we're gonna need some craziness.
There might be a Monster Squad soon.
Yes. All right. I gotta get off of this seat because it's like squeaking too much.
Yeah,
anyway,
so we're going to put Beetlejuice Beetlejuice to the Nostalgia Test Now test. Yes. And at the same time, for a special spooky season episode, I've been driving around getting a few things for a grab bag, a spooky grab bag.
Okay.
They're not all spooky things, and it's not really spooky. It's just, I decided to, one, know that we got a thumbs down. What happened?
Thumbs down. You did that. That's what happens with the Apple. You get a thumbs up. I think it holds it. I don't know. So
anyway,
okay.
We did. I have a grab bag of stuff, and I have a list in front of me with it's all numbered. And I'm gonna have Manny every now and then while we're talking about Beetlejuice to choose a number, and I'm gonna. So
we're gonna have a nostalgia test while we're tangent tests while we're doing nostalgia now. All right.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Beetlejuice, bro. Don't say his name one more time or else it'll appear.
We will for when it comes out as a third movie.
You think it is?
100%.
After this?
100%. Spoilers, that ending.
All right, spoiler alert. I know we were on the Nostalgia 101 with, what was the name of the book?
Take?
No.
Fiction? No.
Oh, yeah, we just did a book. The book, the author.
With the 90s cinema book.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't released that. Well, maybe it's out soon.
Maybe. But he's like, you could do reviews without spoiling. Yeah. We're spoiling this. This show is a spoiler.
We're spoiling the whole thing.
Yes. So stop watching it and just stop watching this and go watch it.
But first, before you stop watching it, review, and then share it.
And then just come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wait for a second. All right, you're back. All right, so glad you watched it.
Manny.
Yeah.
First of all, Manny and I went to the movie theaters separately. I went to the movie theaters.
Oh, we're going to talk about that part.
We have to because it actually is part of it. And you went to the movies here.
Yeah. So I haven't been in a movie theater in a very long time.
Yeah, me neither.
I am one of those people now. Listen, man, I am comfortable watching movies at home. I have a really nice couch, a really amazing wife, and a dog who I want next to me all the time.
Yeah.
And we watch movies from home. I'll pay the $25 from home if I want to watch it that early.
Yeah.
Or I'll just wait until it comes down to streaming.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm one of those. But there are certain movies that I'm like, all right, maybe I should. Like, I want to see Gladiator 2 in the theater.
Yeah, I'm confused about what they're doing in that movie because it's like just more there's more killing
people.
Yeah,
I'm like, what are we going to learn? Like, in the end, they fall, don't they? I mean, we know the end. It's like, but we watched Titanic, and we knew that was
end but you can't do a second one. Don't do a second one, James Cameron.
No, well, they could. They just go Back to the Future it and, like, do another one.
So we went to the movies.
So I went. Here's my experience of going to the movies. This is actually good because then I can be like, does the going to the movies now pass?
Manny went on to the movies full on.
Yeah. So I was told Tuesday nights, the time you go to the movies, you get half off.
Yeah.
I was like, awesome. AMC.
Yeah. Oh.
They're not sponsoring our podcast. They should, but they're not.
Yeah. Shout out
AMC. So my niece told me, my mother-in-law told me, they go to movies all the time, only on Tuesdays. Okay. Half off, Dan. So I'm like, is it matinee? Do I have to go to matinee? No, you don't. All right, cool. Kristen was away. I'm like, oh, we got to do this. I'm not going to wait until I should have because it just came out 2 days ago. And whatever. So I go. I'm like, all right, I'm going to pay half off. If I can go. Guy's like, can I help you? I was like, I don't feel like hitting the kiosk. I felt old, man, 43. I'm like, I'm hitting the kiosk, and I'm like, he's like, oh, I'll ring you up here.
I'll do it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll just do it, you old fuck. I was like, all right, yeah, sure. He's like, you just got to pick the seats. Yeah. I'm picking. He goes, no, you got to pick the ones that don't have the X mark. I was like, oh, yeah, this is like an airplane shit. Sure. Which is awesome. Yeah. I got to pick seats.
Yeah.
They lay back, it's like a fucking couch.
Oh, mine didn't, but we'll go through that.
So, but he's like, it's $21. I was like,
sure.
I guess it's not half off.
No.
I was wrong.
Totally.
Pause that.
Okay.
I found out why, but hold on.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. It's not matinee. They should have told me it was matinee.
Absolutely.
Maybe it wasn't a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday though. So then I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna get popcorn. I'm gonna get peanut M&Ms. This is my usual thing. I mix it, shake it up. It's a surprise every time you go down. You get some sweet, savory peanuts. Awesome. Got a soda. Fucking $39.
Now wait, that was just for the snacks, right?
No, sorry, $29.
No, it was $29 for the snacks, right?
Yes, plus $21 for the tickets.
You spent
one person to go to a fucking movie.
You spent more money when you told me that, and you sent $29. I'm like, okay, the snacks, I guess. Yeah. But then when you said no, it was $21, Dan, plus $29.
Yes,
I spent $50.
$50
Beetlejuice
to go see Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
We're not even getting paid for this podcast.
No.
Okay, I can't even write this off.
No.
This is why you guys should. How do we start Patreoning? What do we? People are like, oh, where's the back end?
Yeah.
I got my TikTok dances, the challenge that I'm doing. They're like, oh, this should be behind paywall.
Yeah.
No. We give away too much shit
for free.
Too much shit.
So love
guess
you
what?
all.
Because of that, we need more followers.
Go to our website. Go to our Instagram. There's a link for Buy Me a Coffee. Donate to the podcast.
Buy me a fucking soda, peanut M&M, and popcorn.
Well, here's
not coffee. No. I don't need coffee. I go to Flux.
Yeah.
Flux is right next door. We get it. Yeah. Flux, get fluxed up.
Now, here's the thing. You spent $50. Okay. So I went.
I didn't even sit down yet. I'm already annoyed about this movie.
Yeah. So when I went, I remembered, wait, I have a backpack. I'm going to put snacks in my backpack, and I have a thermos. I put a soda in there.
Okay.
So I only costed $21.
That's it, because you went like your dad's old school way. Like,
right. But here's
bring the stuff. They didn't check you?
No.
I had a weird feeling I was going to get checked.
Me too. I put my sweatshirt over it.
Yeah.
And
they didn't give a shit.
No, they don't care.
No one's there.
Because it's a person getting minimum wage. You think they give a
No,
fuck?
And that's why he should have given me a discount. Because then what I found out.
Oh, here we go.
I needed to be an AMC member to get the half off. So when you're checking in, why aren't you going, are you a member? You could have off.
Are you the Stubbs member, right? AMC Stubbs?
Yes.
You need to get that. I just got it.
Okay.
You can watch 3 movies for it's crazy. We'll
really?
talk about it. Yeah,
all right. We'll talk about it?
Yeah.
AMC, come on.
That's what I'm saying. AMC.
What the fuck are you waiting for?
Here we go. Come on. That's your logo. That's your thing. What the fuck are you waiting for? AMC. So, okay. So, does going to the movies pass the nostalgia test?
Fuck yes.
Okay.
I actually had a good time going in that experience again. Awesome. Although I fucking pee a lot more after going, having a bucket load. I asked for the small. I'm like, that's a small? Dude, this is a small. Okay? They're like, oh, you get $1 more, you get a free refill. Okay. So, I don't need a free refill because it's a fucking liter of soda. Now, if you know me, which most people who follow this podcast do, I pee a lot. I have a small bladder. Baby bladder is one of my nicknames.
It's a 104-minute movie. You couldn't make it through the whole
movie. I went like 5 times.
Oh, my God.
I missed the part when she got bit by the snake after it.
So you must have been so confused.
I saw the part, and then I was like, I gotta go. And then, I don't know what happened after.
Oh, my God, bro.
So there's parts of this movie I blacked out, and I'm not sure I care.
You blacked out?
Well, because I was pissing.
Okay, so the movie, I would say going to the movies was amazing. I loved going to it.
I had a good time.
Yeah, I only saw it with less than a handful of people in the movie theater. It was a 10 o'clock showing. Yeah. But
Tuesday night, nobody was there.
I went on Sunday.
Okay.
10 o'clock on a Sunday.
Oh, at night?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's there.
And had dinner before that, so that was good. But I liked going to the movies. It was great. Actually, prior to that, we went to the Academy Museum and saw a screening in 35 millimeter of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Whoa.
That was so amazing. That was, I forgot what a movie looks like in 35 millimeter. Like on film.
Yeah.
You get all the things the film.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Wow. But okay, so going to the movies.
That goes back to dude.
We could do a whole thing on it.
Yeah. We should invite that author back. Author back.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Beetlejuice. Expectations going in.
Okay, so first of all, everyone knows we hate remakes. We don't necessarily hate sequels.
No.
Do we think sequels are a waste sometimes? Most of the time, a sequel's never going to be better than the first one. Name one, maybe T2.
T2, Empire Strikes Back. I would say is better than New Hope.
Yeah, so I will say, you got that? All right.
I'm trying to get. I want to get the
You're getting facts.
Yeah. The first.
I will say that my expectations were this is going to be an okay movie.
Yes.
Obviously a cash grab.
Oh.
Everything now coming out is a cash grab.
Everything coming out is
90s cash grab. 90s cash grab.
It's a legacy sequel.
Yes.
It's IP.
Yes.
Because I could talk a million years about some of these dumb coming attractions, like for the Minecraft movie.
Ugh.
Why?
Why
is there a Minecraft movie?
Don't know.
And so IP, legacy sequels, reboots. This is what's coming out.
Yeah, because no one wants to take a chance because it's too expensive to take a chance.
That's right. Yeah. So
that's it. Because you're it's so expensive to make a movie. So guess what?
Yeah.
Don't have an original thought because you might lose.
Absolutely.
But if you just fucking make a sequel,
yeah,
you're definitely gonna get people in the
absolutely. Seats. 1988. The first Beetlejuice came out in 88. So
yeah.
I think when I listened to a past episode when we talked about reboots. The reboot of Roadhouse, and Billy, who check out all of Billy's episodes, and the one that's out right now, the Black Album, and wait for
these guys are doing episodes without me.
Yeah, we're doing Metallica Eras episodes.
I think Billy's trying to take my job.
Wait for the Thrash episode.
Billy, why don't you just join us? This Three Stooges. We have 3 different states.
God. But so what I remember what he said about it's got to be a certain amount of time before you even do reboot, right? Now with a sequel, it's a little different. But these legacy sequels are really crazy because it's hitting the nostalgia so hard. The movie doesn't even have to be that great. It's just holy shit, Beetlejuice is out. And people are going to see it that have never seen Beetlejuice 1.
So there's a couple of things that happen here, though. Then you get people watching Beetlejuice 1.
Yeah.
So now you've got a whole other streaming service that's getting cash now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're I want to watch Beetlejuice. What the hell is this about?
Right.
Oh, and then if you saw the second one, you're was the first one better? Let me go watch the first one.
Yeah.
So, understood why they did it.
Absolutely.
So were you excited?
I was nervous. I think when we talked,
didn't we do Beetlejuice?
When we did the first Beetlejuice movie episode, check that out. We were both
shamelessly plugging all the time.
I mean, we got 120 something episodes.
Let's go.
Do it.
Let's go.
But I think like we were nervous going in because it's like that was such a seminal movie.
Yes.
It was hilarious. 90 minutes. This one's 104. It felt longer.
It felt longer. And I had to pee 5 times. And
I think like everyone's back except for the one actor. Obviously, 1, he's dead, and 2, he's very problematic.
Yeah. And they don't explain. Well, the other 2 left.
Yeah.
They passed on.
Okay.
Moved on. They didn't even pass on. They moved on.
Can we talk about that? So so expectations were scary. I was very scared. I didn't have the highest expectations for this movie.
Yeah.
But I was like curious, obviously.
Sure. I wanted it not to suck.
I wanted it to be awesome. I wanted it to be epic.
Yeah.
Right? But I would say like the loophole thing with Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis's character, and they're like, oh, they found a loophole and they moved on.
Yeah.
End of explanation.
Well, they were just laughing at that. Like, we could just say that, and there's your loophole.
I was just like, that's it?
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
I was like, all right, they found a loophole. They finally sat down and read that book.
Yes.
Like, after all
and they found the loophole in the book.
That's right. Yeah. So, I mean...
I guess so basically it goes back to read a fucking instruction manual.
Yeah.
Before you do anything, you would have saved the whole fucking first movie.
Yeah.
You would have just left.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder how long they stayed in that house with them.
I don't know.
Probably.
That should be a TV series.
That should be. Another good idea.
Another
good idea. Anyway, so I think what I would like to talk about at first is like your thoughts on the kind of evolution of Lydia, right? Like the daughter. Like she's now the host of this weird show. She's married to this douchebag. She had a child with another guy who gets killed by a bunch of piranhas, I guess, when we see him. What were your thoughts on how they brought her back and like her overall like character?
I guess she kind of continued the same exact character, even though what's her name plays the same character constantly.
Oh yeah,
but
Thursday.
Winona Ryder, I think, is she's another actress or actor that just plays their role. Everyone knows.
She's great though.
And guess what? She's been able to make a good amount of movies. Stranger Things is still one of my favorite shows.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't play exactly her, but she plays a version of her, which most actors play a version of themselves. Yeah. And why are you going to see movies? Because you want to see that person in that role.
Yeah.
I think she was like I thought she was good at what Lydia would have been.
Yeah.
As an older Lydia.
Yeah.
Because remember, she wanted to kill herself in the first one.
She did.
Yeah.
And she was dark and she was funny. But what was funny was like she had like a perpetual like surprised face on the whole time. She was always like,
yeah. It's like an old person's like surprise.
After a while, I was just like,
oh, you are 40 something.
Yeah, we got
it. 50. Yeah.
We got it. You're surprised. It's okay. Like the whole time, right? But it was just like really weird. Like the whole thing about like her daughter being in this private school, but they didn't explain that. It's like they got rid of her. Like they're super rich. There's like a whole art school like donated by
the
them.
mom. I mean, I guess the mom is that good of an artist.
Yeah.
Was she?
I know. No, she wasn't.
No.
She was just crazy.
Yeah.
But like, there's no explanation. This daughter is just living in this school. Why isn't she at home? Why isn't she like? Where is she? Why did they get rid of her?
Yeah, they kind of just go with that.
Yeah,
I mean, they needed her to kind of not be so close with her mother.
Yeah, which is weird that like she didn't. But like, there was no way to explain it to her.
I think after the dad left, maybe that like destroyed everything.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, her character was fine, but like, I really liked the whole idea of her being able to see ghosts. Like, we see it in the first one being like, oh, she could see those two ghosts, but then all of a sudden it's like, no,
she actually sees a lot more than one. Yeah,
like she sees dead people.
Yeah. Where's Bruce Willis?
Yeah, where's Bruce Willis? Oh man,
that was man. Oh, we're losing all of our people, bro.
Yeah.
Sucks.
But she literally sees ghosts. She's like a medium, basically.
And she uses it to her advantage. Fucking. But what's funny is she's getting paid, and people think she's a sham.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's not a sham.
No.
Her boyfriend's a sham.
I hate that guy.
I fucking hate him.
I hated his character.
Yeah, and then he makes her take the pills. Fuck you.
And they ate pills with no water.
Ew.
Like, have you ever done that before?
Yes.
It's gross.
Awful. Do you know it took me until I was like 18 years old to swallow a pill?
Really?
I used to have to swallow a pill with like a grape or something. Like I used to chew something.
They're hiding it in cheese.
Yeah, it's like a dog. It's like a dog.
They're like rubbing your throat. They're like,
yeah.
Swallow it, man. Yeah.
I used to throw it up. It was terrible. It took. I've had a algae pill.
Oh.
Because they're small.
Yeah, the Claritin.
Like Claritin.
Yeah, you ever swallow a Tylenol with no water?
No.
It's like poison.
That's disgusting. Like the ones that are capsule and it breaks. Okay. Now, all right. So, what do you feel about? First of all, the look of it?
It looked great.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah, no, it looked great. They had a bunch of money, and
I thought it looked fantastic. It was very nostalgic. It was Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely. I knew going into this, it was going to hit all the nostalgic hits, and I didn't give a shit that it did.
That opening was very nostalgic. Like it was like the beginning, but then the camera dipped down into the street. Yeah, it was a long intro.
Very long.
Yeah,
a little too long of a movie.
It felt very long.
I would have liked the 90 minutes.
They could have done it in 90 minutes.
I think they could have. There's a couple of scenes in here I could have been like, could have done without.
I have a huge edit for this movie.
Huge, like chunk of movie?
Chunk of like whole story.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get to it.
What do you think about the 7 plots that were going on?
This is the problem.
There were 7 fucking plots in this movie.
This is the problem.
It wasn't 7, but it was a lot of plots.
There was one major plot.
Yeah.
The plot of the 3 generations of women trying to get their way together, and then you had.
And you're saying goodbye to the dad.
You're saying goodbye to the dad. You're saying then obviously then Wednesday. No, what's her name? What is her name in the movie?
Shit. Fax that out. We should know.
And Jenna Ortega's character, gets taken into the afterlife, and we'll talk about how that happens. But they're trying to save her, and then Beetlejuice comes to help or whatever.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. Right? Movie.
What
they didn't need to do was have this whole other plot of Beetlejuice's ex-girlfriend trying to find him.
What was that about? That had nothing to do with anything. Because it didn't threaten the rest of the major story going on.
No, because she dies. No one cares. It's like she...
Yeah, it was kind of oh, this happens, and they figure out how to kill her.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It was there because Danny DeVito...
I thought she was going to be worse for Lydia and all of them. That should have been... Yeah. I was oh, she was going after Lydia.
Yeah, no.
And she's mad that Beetlejuice was in love with Lydia, and that she's bringing revenge to Lydia. That's what, and then she mistakes Lydia's daughter for, that would have been a fucking reason to bring her alive.
She could have kidnapped
the daughter. She didn't need to exist.
Yeah.
Basically we found the plot of why Beetlejuice is dead.
Yeah, we basically see a satanic Beetlejuice. He's a grave robber. He does this whole scene in Spanish.
Yes.
Which... What were your thoughts? I was so confused by that. Was that because she was Spanish or I think
it was because it was supposed to be in the Spanish Inquisition.
I was so baffled by that whole scene.
Yeah.
I was why?
It was a history lesson that we were being told.
And we didn't need it.
No.
We didn't need it.
Are you hearing the train?
Because if you wanted Monica Bellucci to have a part, have her kidnap Lydia's daughter. And then chasing after her.
Yeah.
That would have been fine.
Absolutely.
But she was there because we needed to watch her staple herself together.
You basically brought in what's her name from Jack Skellington.
Yes.
It was Tim Burton needs to have someone sew themselves up. Corpse Bride.
Sally or the Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a Tim Burton version of Morticia. That's who she was, from Addams Family.
Yes.
And it was weirdly erotic when she was stapling herself, but it's a piece
Tim Burton likes stapled women. who are trying to put themselves back together.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was so weird.
It was weird,
and it was useless. She had 0 fucking lines.
And then what was the point of
Danny DeVito?
Yeah, they just needed a better janitor.
They needed a garbage
and him
pail
drinking
kid.
The thing as if he was he reminded me of his character that he played in
He's Frank Reynolds.
No, he was also
the Penguin. Yeah. He was basically a garbage pail kid.
Yes, that's a card right there, garbage pail kid card. He was all of us. This is exactly, but. I mean, this is you could say that this is Austin Powers too. It was just cameo after cameo after cameo.
Yeah.
Let's put him in for 10 minutes tops and kill him. He wasn't even in for 10 minutes.
No, he wasn't there, and then he was.
And
out.
why are we are we below the
afterlife?
Afterlife?
I don't know.
Because why is he still there? I thought he shrunk his head. How did his head come back? His head got shrunken. Bob's head stays Bob stays the same, and a bunch of Bobs all of a sudden show up, they clone Bob, right? Didn't know his name was Bob, but whatever, his name is Bob. But fucking wasn't the Joker's henchman
named Bob? Yeah.
Holy fucking Tim Burton he just regurgitates characters.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
See, I've been going through a lot of weirdness thinking of Tim Burton's movies and thinking about Edward.
Where was Johnny Depp in this?
Exactly.
Where was he?
He should have been in it.
That would have been a great surprise.
And he should have been Edward Scissorhands.
Yes. Edward Scissorhands should have been in the doing one of the fucking things in the afterworld. Why not?
Because what is he?
He's dead, isn't he?
He's a Frankenstein monster, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so he's just reanimated and
I guess he can't
together.
die.
Everyone's stapled in Tim Burton's movies.
Oh my God, he's stapled too.
Yeah, they're all stapled together.
Tim Burton just likes to put things together. Was he Sid in Toy Story?
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, can we take a break and get a surprise bag thing?
All right, Manny. So there are 9 items on this list.
Are you going to break this up? This is going to be a whole episode. This is going to be a long episode.
We could do this separately.
No, let's go.
Who cares?
Yeah.
We'll break it up or not. Who cares?
Why not?
All right, Manny. 1 through 9. What do you got?
3.
Okay, 3. All right, everyone. So hold on. Well, Manny, you keep talking about Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. All right, so I'm trying to think about one of the stupidest scenes was somehow now we're getting the daughter pregnant with Beetlejuice's kid. I'm not sure why that was even part of the dream. Why did it need to be? Why is she being impregnated in her dreams? Why is he taking over her dreams and haunting her? But now she, what are we doing? $100,000.
People, we're putting this to the test. Spooky season, $100,000 snack.
Okay.
Manny,
$100,000
bar.
All right.
So yeah, did he? Now, are you talking about he's putting
baby Beetlejuice?
Now
it wasn't even in Lydia; it was in the daughter.
Yeah, that was at the end.
Yes.
When that was that weird travel fucking part, and then she sees this guy, and then we're in a dream sequence of some sort.
Yeah.
And then there's an empty bed, and Lydia's sleeping on one side, and then she looks right at the camera, and that's the end of the movie. That's why there's going to be a third Beetlejuice.
Right. So this is a big $100,000 is just a big Kit Kat bar.
But it's filled with caramel.
A lot of caramel.
And crunchies.
Yeah. No, it's not a Kit Kat. It's a Kit Kat. No. It's Nestle Crunch. Meets caramel.
Well, it's rich caramel, milk chocolate, and crispy crunches. That's what's.
I think I just got a cavity.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right. I'm gonna say this.
Happy Halloween, Manny.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say this. All Halloween candies taste the same. I feel like they're.
That was hard to swallow.
What? First of all, don't feed your children this. My heart is already going. Ah!
I feel like Beetlejuice.
Wow.
Okay. That's nostalgic? I don't even know.
I don't know.
You know what? No. Fuck that.
No, I never really cared. I never even thought about $100,000.
No.
Why is it called $100,000?
Well, it used to be called $100,000 bar.
Why?
No idea.
This is not worth $100,000.
No, this is worth 2 cents. This is bullshit. That was horrible. But yeah, it doesn't pass the nostalgia.
No, but all of it just tastes the same to me.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm gonna wash this down with popcorn.
So back to this movie. Catherine O'Hara. She's got to be my favorite part of this whole movie.
She's my favorite part in a lot of things she's in.
And she needed to be in this movie so much more. They really underutilized Catherine O'Hara. She's so great. She didn't get to have those freakouts that she had in the other movie.
I think it should be more about her and her granddaughter.
Yeah. You ever watch Gilmore Girls?
No.
Okay, so in the Gilmore Girls, there's 3 generations of women.
Yeah.
The mother, the daughter, and then the daughter's daughter, the granddaughter. This is what this movie should have been. It should have been a Tim Burton version of Gilmore Girls, and that's what the movie should have been.
Okay. She was great in it. I thought it was hilarious. She plays a great character. Love that funny. She thought that those snakes were not poisonous.
So great.
And then her just yeah, I'm ready to go back. She stole
every scene.
Every scene she was in.
Every scene she was in, she stole. That whole comment about the microbrewery.
Hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
What is it, people who own small hotels or something like that? Small tiny homes or something like that? Yeah.
Oh my God. She was so great. She was just good. And that was the thing about this movie. There needed to be way more Catherine O'Hara. I just felt like it was just underutilized, like I keep saying. And
I love when she was doing the primal scream.
That was fucking great.
I mean,
everything she did.
Again, everything she did was
she was being
gold.
graffitied in the beginning, and then she had to call it off, and that artist was yelling at her because he was graffitiing her.
Yeah.
And that sculpture, they call back to that crazy weird.
Yeah, that was right in the private schools.
Yeah, she they donated that art thing, and then when she came to the school, she's like, "What is the daughter's name?" We have to look this up because and she's just screaming her name and the thing. She's like, "Your grandpa's dead." It's just what is going on? But there's no reaction to any of it. Sometimes Astrid,
yes.
Astrid.
Did you like the scene when Astrid's biking through town?
That was a long scene that she's biking.
Stupidly long.
That was a long.
She does not have a good bike for that long of a bike ride.
No, and I didn't know that town. First of all, I didn't know that town had a name. Because from Beetlejuice 1, they didn't go, "Hey, Wintersun." That was the name of it, Wintersun.
It's supposed to be in Vermont.
Yeah, I didn't know the name of the town, and all of a sudden the town has a name. The town's huge. The hardware store was turned into something else. It was a different store. And then she crashes through a fence because she causes an accident.
Yeah.
She's not great at bike riding.
No.
And she hits her. She should have gotten severely hurt from hitting.
I mean, she might be dead this whole time.
Yeah. Maybe all of them are dead.
Yep. She died hitting that tree.
Yeah, so she hits that tree.
Yeah.
And we meet our other friend.
First of all, I already knew what was happening. As soon as that happened and we go through the house, why aren't the parents saying hello to her?
Why can't I?
Why isn't she saying hi to the parents?
Why can't I
First
see
of all,
their faces?
This is the thing.
This is a generational thing.
What an insult. You walk into someone's house and you don't go say hi to your parents?
Yeah. I
don't care how cute the guy might be or whatever. Oh, hey, I want to meet your parents first. You're letting me into your house.
Yeah.
I just met you.
Yeah.
No, she just fucking blindly walks by oh, it's not a big deal. They're not really showing their faces.
Yeah, and she could see ghosts just like her mom.
I knew right away.
Yeah, I knew he was a ghost.
Yeah.
As soon as he showed up, Jeremy...
And, like, they were very blatantly being like, when she was like, oh, do you want me to go inside and say hi to the parents? Like, no. It's like...
No, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
No, come up to my attic,
this is gonna
where
be
everything is from 1970.
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't get pizza. And like, why would he have the book? That book... right there.
This is what I'm so pissed
How does she not know all this?
How does she not know about this book?
Her mom must have been... Like, did they never connect?
I guess she just hates her mom so much that she wouldn't believe that, like, this book exists. Like, wouldn't they have... Unless Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis took the book with them.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, the book disappears when you go. So, like, that book is only there because he's alive.
That's right.
I mean, he's dead.
Yeah.
So, that guy sucked.
That whole thing was dumb.
Dumb.
I mean, I get why they needed to do it.
They needed to bring her into the
They needed a way to do it. But again, this is what
But that had nothing to do with Beetlejuice.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't Beetlejuice take her? You could have this whole movie could have just been them. And Beetlejuice goes, you know what? You were supposed to marry me. Fuck it. I'm coming to get your daughter. She calls him.
Yeah.
He takes her. Just like whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's a chase after him.
And then there's a chase. Like, yeah, he could have been like, the only way for me to get you is to take your daughter, and you're going to follow her down to the afterlife.
Right.
And then have maybe the dad show up and, like, take care of things.
He was useless, too.
Well, like, that scene where they just had coffee, they took a break and had fucking coffee together.
If they didn't have that long bike riding scene, the other singing scene at the funeral, those
took way too
singing.
long. The fucking singing scene.
Then you could have a family scene where they actually talk. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And they were like, nah, we have to sing another song at the end, a full song, and dance.
Full. That wasn't even that great.
It was the most epic scene in the whole fucking movie. It was ridiculous.
It was crazy.
I mean, why does everything have to be Joker 2?
Wow.
I'm not watching that movie.
I'm not watching. I'm waiting for it to come out.
The ending, I heard what the ending was.
Oh, I didn't.
Spoiler. Oh, do you want to know it?
Sure.
So apparently he's not the Joker. There's another guy in jail after he like kind of confesses to these things and he goes to jail that a guy kills him and then carves a smile in his face. He's the Joker. So this is what...
Oh, so they're just continuing everything.
This is fucking stupid.
Well, all right.
That's dumb.
Well,
so you wasted 2 movies on this guy.
Just to see if you could bring in a new Joker.
And you're telling me the Heath Ledger Joker, that's the origin story? You motherfucker.
Really?
Because that's
How did you find this out?
I read it. I read an article.
I hope you guys knew that you just... Bro, you said spoiler and you went right into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
all right.
Hey, we'll title this like...
I mean, I'm going to watch it.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay. So the ghost, Jeremy, whatever.
It's so funny that there's even a thing about the Joker because, like, I always thought the Joker is its own movie. It's, like, not connected at all to anything else. Like, so, like, why do you even need to continue and have that part in there?
I don't know.
Like, this would have been fine just like a standalone series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, The Killing Joke is one of my favorite graphic novels.
Oh.
The Killing Joke, have you seen that?
I've never seen it, no.
It's so good.
No.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
My brain is already...
I'm going to number 8.
Oh, you're going for it. Another
yeah,
number.
I mean,
all right.
The sugar levels are going crazy right now.
Number 8. Oh! People. All right, Manny, you tell me while I'm getting this.
Oh.
Thoughts on Justin Theroux and his performance.
Justin Theroux. The guy who the kid? Oh, I mean, I think he played a perfect annoying asshole. I think he played the new. Remember what was it? Theo? Olaf. That's who it was. I think he played that guy. Like he was just a douche. Like he played on people's emotions. Oh my God, what do we have? Play-Doh? Oh, this is like I thought it was gonna be more food.
No, there's other stuff in there.
Play-Doh. I'm actually okay. So
people Play-Doh. Putting it to this quick nostalgia.
Okay, so right now I know, like, before I even open it, I know what it smells like. Like, I'm getting goosebumps.
Do you want me to open it?
Yeah, sure. I'm getting goosebumps. Ooh, already, yeah. It's so bad. It's like, Is it new? Is there a new smell?
No.
It's the same.
Dude.
It's the same? Oh my God, it's the same. It's the same. It's like
fucking a box Play-Doh. Of crayons.
Oh my god, it's the same. Let's see. What is the point of Play-Doh?
It's like clay.
Yeah.
I got this from Walmart. It was like 59 cents.
Play-Doh.
Wow.
There you go.
Let me have a piece.
All right.
It's the most random episode. I love it. Our podcast has...
Right here, you go like this. You always got to make a dick.
Our podcast has zero linearity.
Yep.
So, Play-Doh.
This is what happens when you have two people that have ADHD do a podcast.
Play-Doh. When I was a kid, I had so much Play-Doh. Oh, my God.
So, I'll tell you this. That I could, like... now my hands are going to smell like Play-Doh.
Yeah, no, I have hand sanitizer.
Okay. And then you go like this. Make a little... You know. I mean, dude, who doesn't like Play-Doh? I mean, I'm already playing with the dough. You know? Half moon.
Half moon.
You do a little smiley face. With an eye. Yeah. I think this passes.
No, Play-Doh passes the nostalgia test.
It passes. I don't know if I like the color.
I tried to get a nostalgia test.
That's good. I don't know what I thought. Like, I guess there's like a couple basic colors of Play-Doh.
Oh, there's a lot of colors.
It's better than slime.
Oh, slime. Slime sucks.
No, it's better than slime.
Well,
all right.
It's better than silly string too.
All right, let's
Okay.
I think what we should do.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer I could talk about this movie.
Okay.
I almost want to let's just talk about it, and then when we're done, I like this whole thing.
All right.
The little speed test.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, how much more?
Can I talk about? I want to talk about. Well, can we talk about Beetlejuice himself, though? Really, why we're here?
What about the detective?
Okay, the two greatest characters.
Yes.
And then there's a character outside that I thought was like phenomenal.
Okay, let's
go. There was a running joke in the movie that was like my favorite thing in the world. Willem Dafoe was in a whole other movie. And Willem Dafoe
was hilarious.
He was hilarious.
Willem Dafoe was
crazy.
in a documentary of a guy who died. Like, he was definitely in a different movie.
He's playing an actor, an action, like a Death Wish actor almost, like an action star, and like a noir detective type character.
Yes.
And his whole part was just like, it was like Tim Burton, it's like the writers of the movie were like, you know what? We don't have enough things happening.
No.
Let's now have a detective, because Monica Bellucci is killing people uselessly, and we need a detective.
So Monica is killing dead people.
Yes.
So dead people are upset that they're dying.
They're dead now.
Yeah, they're dead. Their souls are being sucked away.
Yeah.
And he's going after Beetlejuice, but never seems to be able to catch him.
Never.
Because he's not really a cop.
Dude, Beetlejuice has got
so
many powers.
But he plays a cop on television.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has the greatest running gag the entire movie.
What's that?
His secretary keeps bringing him cups of coffee.
Yes.
Every time.
Every time.
She just shows up with a cup of coffee, and he doesn't drink it. And it's just like a big garbage can full of coffee.
Yeah. It's great.
I was like, yes.
And she's like, you're not a cop, you're an actor.
That was the best part. That part was so funny because it was so stupid. And I was like, there's no point to this.
Yeah.
0 point. This has nothing to do with Beetlejuice. It had nothing to do with the movie. It had nothing to do with the
They're going to make a spin-off of that.
Dude, it had nothing to do with anything that was going on.
No.
The only reason I'm there...
But he's a great actor.
Oh, he was like playing a campy, like, dead version of his character from Boondock Saints.
Which probably is the first movie that brought me to him.
Oh,
like, he's been in other movies, but like I remember that he puts on the headset and he gets up slowly and he's like figuring out.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Does that movie pass? I don't know.
We got to put that with Billy.
Yeah.
I feel like Billy's one of Billy's favorites.
Oh
We're supposed to do American Psycho with him.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So he's great. Love him.
Yes.
Love that whole part.
Got it.
Made the movie longer.
Definitely made the movie longer.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, we can cut him out and have him work on helping Lydia and the mom look for Astrid.
Yeah. Damn it.
But why have Monica Bellucci?
Because she's dating
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
That's the only reason she's there. Stapling herself.
What the fuck?
Also,
all right. So
the reason
let's get to the big man.
Beetlejuice.
Imagine we had like AI, like pop up Beetlejuice right here.
God. Yeah.
After you just said the third Beetlejuice.
We don't have AI.
You know what's funny is all you have to say his name is 3 times and he disappears. But yet, like the cop was like, we can't find Beetlejuice. I'm like, just say his name 3 times.
They've said his name 10,000 times in this movie.
Yeah.
I guess you have to say concurrently.
But like the detective's like, I can't find Beetlejuice. All I have to do is go Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Don't they know that?
And he pops up.
Don't they know that?
And like, what happens if 2 people say Beetlejuice at the same time in 2 different parts of the world? Beetlejuice splits up.
He's just popping up all over.
Yeah, oh my God.
It's like a living hell.
He's like, fuck. He's like a genie that just has to keep going up.
But you could just say home, 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 and then go home.
Yeah.
But he's still around. See, that's the problem. Now you brought him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the girl who smoked cigarettes out of her throat?
Oh, God,
I miss her.
She was in it, but
she
that
was
actor's
awesome.
dead, probably.
Yeah.
But just put someone else in it.
It would have been... Okay. Anyways, what do we think of him?
He was great.
Great.
He was fucking great.
He did exactly what he needed to do, and then 3 or 4 minutes longer.
Yeah, it seems like he was in the movie a lot more than I thought, though. Because he's got the flashbacks, he's got all these things going on. And then
you could technically say that him being the little Beetlejuice, like, that's still kind of him.
That thing looked like a Garbage Pail Kid.
I fucking hated that thing.
It looked like a Garbage Pail Kid.
Not what I wanted to see.
And we had to see 2 of them.
Yes.
First, Lydia gives birth to one.
Yes.
Which, what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
And then Astrid gives birth to one.
Yes.
This movie is out of hand.
I mean, we are talking about, like, just fun, crazy, let's think about anything.
Yeah. I mean, he did do the quintessential, like, you know, he scared Justin Theroux with the face thing. That was funny.
That was like, but it was better graphics. Yeah. You see, there was a wing, there was a fucking tail.
Yeah, it was
crazy. Like, I want to see the face.
Yeah. But maybe that's why they, you know, it's kind of...
But imagine you could see it. What it would be. There should be, like, artist drawings, renditions of what it is.
They have to have it, right?
Sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
I think it's a bunch of dragons.
Yeah.
And snakes.
I mean, his whole part as a therapist was hilarious.
That was my favorite part.
He's so ridiculous.
I didn't like the part when he's, like, spitting out of his mouth, like slime out of his mouth.
This movie was fucking gross, man.
There was a lot of gross in this movie.
This was the most gross thing.
Yeah.
This is gross. Beetlejuice is gross.
They brought the snake back.
They did. The sandworm.
They didn't do it that often, and time didn't pass so much. Like, remember last time time would pass a lot?
That's right.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was so good. Michael Keaton made this movie so good. And it was like a different movie when he was in it.
Yeah. I think I would have... I guess they did what they needed to do, and they gave us just enough where I was like, I wouldn't have minded more of him.
I wanted more of him, less of Monica
Which is exactly what they needed to do with him, was leave us wanting more.
I want more Beetlejuice, but I want a 90-minute Beetlejuice movie without a gigantic song and dance scene at the end, which, okay, it was really visually crazy, and it was funny to see all those people singing, but after a while, I was like, this scene is still going on.
Yes.
They, like, almost sang a whole song.
Like, Daylight Come, Want to Go Home did not go on that long.
No, but
did it?
But in the funeral scene, it kind of did.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
What's with all the singing?
I don't know. Was it a musical? Did we get tricked to go to a musical?
It was close.
Maybe.
But yeah, he was great. All the gags that he did were funny. He made that last scene really funny. The priest that was marrying them, he was a weird creep. That guy was ridiculous.
I kind of forgot, but
maybe you were peeing.
I was probably peeing, just like I have to go now. Anyways, all in all, how do we feel about this movie?
Okay, so overall, before we put it to the nostalgia test now, I would say overall, I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. It was adequate. It was funny. There were some funny scenes.
Oh, don't we have a guest spotlight?
Oh, shit.
before we finish.
Just totally destroyed my brain.
Fuck me up, man. I'm wired more than Flex Coffee.
Okay, so we're gonna take a minute. You're gonna see.
Before, I didn't want to get your review until we heard somebody else's.
Yeah.
Mo. No, it's not Mo.
This is Max.
This is Max's review from Buzz in the Tower, which we just highlighted Monster Squad with them.
Yes.
Dan's gonna edit this.
You're gonna see
right
Max
here, somewhere.
right now.
Hey guys, Max from Buzz in the Tower here. Mo's unfortunately firefighting or raising his 3 kids, reenacting a scene from Backdraft. I mean, who knows? But just me, and I get to talk about Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, which I was so excited for. This is Michael Keaton's best role, I think. I mean, the original. And I just like to see the weird Tim Burton world, the practical effects, the kind of rude and strange idea of the dead and the afterlife as the DMV. Super excited, super stoked. And when I got to see it, I was very, 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 very disappointed. I almost fell asleep in like the first 30 minutes, which never happens to me. Maybe I'm getting older. I'm almost 40. But there was no reason for the movie. Like Jenna Ortega's character, they have the chance to take this very gothy, angry girl, and they made her an environmentalist and kind of spunky, and she never had a boyfriend. I mean, come on. That's crazy. I mean, look at her. But, and that Lydia wasn't even sure if the dead existed. She was taking pills to make sure that she was like healthy and safe. And I mean, it's clear. I mean, she helped 2 ghosts get to the afterlife, and she was floating and dancing with football players in the first one. The practical effects were kind of cool. Dane DeVito as a bleach drinking blue dude. That was fun. And sandworms. And the song at the end was pretty funky and strange. And I liked the Italian plague flashback stuff. But for the most part, uninspired. Didn't really connect or care about the characters. And I don't know. It was just kind of a bust, which is super disappointing because it's doing super well. They're probably going to make a 3rd one. There just didn't feel like a reason for anything. And I don't know, it should have been more gothy and kind of more everyone wasn't sure about the dead world or knew about the dead world. I don't know. It just, see, I'm confused and I'm angry. Keaton was still great, which is strange because if Keaton's great, the movie should be great. But I guess it felt like there was more of him, but apparently someone told me that he's on screen just as much as he was in the first movie, which is 14 minutes. It felt like a lot longer during this, which I guess says maybe it was a little more arduous, a little bit less fun. But anyways, 2 thumbs down, super disappointed and sad. Curious what you guys think, because you guys are the nostalgia test. So, I mean, you know how to compare things from then and now. But for me, super bummer. And curious to see what you guys think. Thanks for letting me on. Later.
2 thumbs down. All right, guys.
Wow.
Go check that.
Down?
Go check. First of all, I don't agree with not 2 thumbs.
Yeah.
But like, you guys gotta go check Buzz in the Tower.
Check them out.
If you like 80s, they are freaking. The facts that come out of them is crazy.
Yeah.
Their banter back and forth is great. They don't interrupt each other.
If you like linearity, watch their part.
Yeah, they go back and forth very, very well. They also they do a lot of the recasting.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
Because they'll recast it with other actors from that era.
Yeah.
It's done very well.
Check out the Independence Day episode, which we were featured on, and we recast Independence Day. And then to watch the full recast that we did, because they chopped it up because we were crazy too long, you can watch our special episode of the Independence Day recast.
Yeah, and we also did an episode with them where they did Rocky IV with us.
Oh, yeah.
Which was an awesome episode.
Yeah.
And they even posted it for us on their channel.
They made it.
They're great guys. They do that. They go back and forth. It's great. Anyways, Max, I had to say something.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down is a little harsh on this one.
Yeah.
And first of all, what were you expecting? It's a sequel. And no sequel is supposed to be made. You're like, oh, it didn't need to be made. Yeah, no shit. It's a sequel. Sequels don't need to be made.
Right.
Maybe science fiction sequels might need to be made, or do they? We could, if Terminator ended just as Terminator.
Terminator 1.
Terminator 1.
Yeah, could have ended.
We would have all been fine.
Yeah.
The world would have been fine without Terminator 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay?
Yes.
We didn't. The problem with 2 was so fucking good.
Yeah.
We didn't know we needed it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
And then we had to fucking make 3.
Which that was a
and then 4.
bummer. That was a bummer
and
too.
5.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're at.
Yeah.
But so I'll say this, Max. No sequel is needed. But I wouldn't give this a thumbs two. No, it wasn't. Listen, it wasn't super. It's not gonna pass the Nostalgia Now test. I could tell you that. On my opinion, we're not going to be talking about this
in 10 years.
10 years from now.
No.
It was memorable for those who watched the first one. It was nostalgic. It got it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought a couple people, I would say, saved it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Keaton, but I wouldn't pass the Nostalgia Now because our criteria for Nostalgia Now is whether or not we'll still be talking about this in 10 years. And I don't think we have a movie, and somebody could tell me I'm wrong. Name a movie that's in the last 10 years that came out that we're going to be talking about in 10 years. It's hard to find right now. Hard. Because we are so inundated with so much, I said a big word, with so much content that you just kind of like forget how good a movie could have been.
Do Christmas movies count?
8-Bit Christmas was pretty good.
I was just going to say, 8-Bit Christmas, I think, is one of those movies.
But some people don't even know about it.
But it's a Christmas movie, and Christmas movies have a whole other level of nostalgia. Like
that's also because you don't get sick of it.
Because you're only watch it once a year. Once a year, yeah.
Yeah. So then what can you get sick of Beetlejuice 2, a Beetlejuice, because you're probably only going to watch this in October.
And I'm not going to watch it. I think Max has some good points in terms of like, I think that, and again, I'm going to go back to what Billy said. Because we are connected to it so much, we had, even though trying not to be having expectations, we do go in with expectations.
Yeah.
Being like, we're expecting, one, a Tim Burton world that's going to be like the ones that we've been used to.
Sure.
I think the problem with this one was that Max was right. It's not goth enough. It's not dark enough. Okay? It's too shiny. It's very shiny and colorful in some ways, and that's fine, but it's like, it's not dark enough. It was more campy than anything else.
It was campy.
And which is fine.
Which the first one played a nice line of campy
and dark.
But
this was a little too, like when he becomes the snake in the first one and pushes them down the steps and almost kills everybody.
Yeah.
That's a dark scene.
It is.
In this movie, there's not that many dark scenes. Even with Monica Bellucci and,
even if Monica Bellucci could have really been bad, and also the baby could have been more like, imagine that demon baby.
But it was just there because it was a moment, and then it disappeared. So it doesn't even count because it's just like a gag.
Yeah.
And so like I just felt like we could have done. I think Max is right in terms of like the goth part, and could have been darker. Could have been. I think it could have been shorter. Even if it's...
it definitely could have been short.
It's only 104 minutes. You're not talking about many more minutes.
No.
But it felt longer because you have a lot of songs like going on, a lot of performances. And then you have this whole dad thing. And like...
Why has Bob been in so many times?
And the whole thing with the fucking shrunken head guys, like, it was just too much. Like
those are like minions to me.
You could cut those scenes out.
A lot.
There's a fucking hilarious sequel in this movie, and I think if you trimmed some of it, it was there.
Let's get Dan's cut.
Dan's cut is going to. They need a reshoot awesome. Like that because like.
All right, the nostalgia test wants to give us the original. We'll edit it.
We'll edit it.
I know how to use Final Cut Pro.
There you go.
Let's go.
I want the nostalgia edit.
Yeah.
Of this movie. I want to take Monica Bellucci out of the whole film.
She doesn't even exist in it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I said Spanish, but it was Italian.
It was Italian.
The whole Italian thing. I want that whole narrative out. I want the dad character a little more, not the problematic dad who dies, which
yeah, he's in it at the end.
There's an animated part in this fucking movie.
Yeah, why?
That plane thing.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching those like clay fights, the claymation fights.
Yes, celebrity
claymation fights.
Bro,
Celebrity deathmatch.
When that came on the screen, I was like,
why?
Why? You don't even need to do this.
No.
Just say say the story. She's like, and then did he die? No, and then this, and then did he? No, he got eaten by a shark.
Yeah,
that's fine. And then have the shark-eaten body walking around, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have the weird thing that we were talking about before where it's like...
The Soul Train?
Oh, my God.
Because Tim Burton needed to make up for the fact that he doesn't put black people in his
And then he just puts every...
So he just says, welcome to the Soul Train.
In the one... Just dancing like they couldn't help it. That was just offensive, in my opinion.
I just thought, all of that was just ridiculous. It was like a cheesy joke.
That he did twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to see what was on the end of that train.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Fuck, who cares?
You know what would have been cool if you saw a hologram of the other two? Like, as you were going, as they were there.
Yeah.
Kind of like bring that back. Because they must have taken the Soul Train.
Yeah.
Passed on.
Yeah. And then that dad, the dad is like
spitting up, like, blood. He had to talk.
Oh, yeah, that dad.
Oh, that dad.
I'm talking about Astrid's dad.
Astrid's dad?
He got, like, short shrift. He's just like...
And then he's such a nice guy. He gets eaten by piranhas. And then he has to be the inspection guy.
And why can't she see him? That's never explained.
I don't know.
He's like, I know you can't see me, but I'm always with you. All right, bye.
But she could see the other dude. Maybe she's dead. Anyway, so what do we say?
I'm saying this. I think it's... I'm not saying watch it.
What do you mean watch it? Because we just spoiled the fuck out of this thing.
Here's the thing.
Most people that are watching this have seen it.
I think watch it if you haven't seen it. I don't think we spoiled anything.
We did.
Fine.
We fucking said everything.
Well, I would say I enjoyed it more than Max enjoyed it. I found funny things in it. The coffee joke, the Willem Dafoe.
I will say
the whole crime thing, all the cops jumping through the window, and all that was great.
I will say I probably would have enjoyed it more if I didn't pay $50.
That's the other thing.
For the fucking movie.
I will stream this.
Because what's so mad about this, guys, is up until now it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
And we could have just watched it tonight, even.
Yeah. But we didn't.
We didn't.
And
anyways,
it doesn't pass the nostalgia test now. 10
years from now, 10 years from now, we're not going to be talking about it. We might be talking about how bad the third one is.
Oh God.
Yeah. Just don't do it.
That end scene sets up a third one.
Oh fuck me, man.
Weird travel dream.
Just don't do it.
Did they really go there?
Why do they need to do it?
Was that whole thing a dream?
Why do they need to do it?
Well, why are they going to do another Roadhouse?
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Why are they doing another Matrix?
Please stop. Please. Yeah, I guess you could also argue why are they doing another Fast and Furious?
Why'd they do so many?
I love Fast and Furious.
I mean, thankfully they're doing another Constantine. That's the movie I really want to see.
Really? You like that movie?
I love Constantine.
I gotta go watch that again.
You watch it. It's good.
All right.
So
guys, don't forget to follow us. You've made it this far, you might as well rate, share, like, subscribe. Just tell people. Also, can you just comment on our posts? Dan does a good job about cutting them. What are we supposed to fucking post about? You know, does a good job. I also like
at the end of our podcast, we're always like,
just fucking come on.
What from us?
What the hell?
We're getting thumbs up from what?
I don't know. The thumbs up. Let's go. All right.
Is this live?
I don't know. Is it? Not. Are we live?
I don't think so.
What is this that you're recording on?
Descript.
What does that even mean?
It's a transcript. It's going to go in the transcript.
Imagine this was live. We should have done a live one.
I thought you were setting that up.
Yeah, but there was so much shit going on.
Did you see my new shirt, my Wolverine shirt?
I know. Did you see it? The movie?
Which one?
Wolverine and Deadpool?
No, I haven't seen it.
I saw it.
I've only seen Logan, which I cried.
I saw it, and I might get hate on this one. I didn't love it.
A lot of people didn't like it.
I thought it was just a fucking cameo fucking thing, and I think I might be kind of over Ryan Reynolds playing the same fucking part all the time.
I might be over Ryan Reynolds too.
All right. Anyways, guys, follow us. We're about to do another episode of this stuff. The surprise episode. We're gonna just reset it. So here we go. Anyways, follow us. See you on the next test.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.